Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Riverside Theatre's Cast Chat, where we get the opportunity to talk to some of the directors and actors that have been on our stage. Today, it's a privilege and an honor for me to have Edmund and Cathi Nalzaro here with us live in the studio, our second couple cast chat. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Nice to have you here. For those who are not familiar with Edmund and Cathi, how could you not be? They are staples in our community. Edmund is the Faith and Worship Director for the Faith United Fellowship. Cathi has a facial and massage business, but they're performers. Their whole family is musical. Edmund and Cathi and their son Micah have been on our main stage, and their daughter has been on our outdoor stage. So we love these guys.
Thanks.
So Edmund, let me start with you. You played Thuy in our production of Miss Saigon, and in the final production you played the engineer. But you did the national tour and performed that piece also on Broadway.
Yes, sir.
How exciting is that for us to have a Broadway star in our midst? Now, growing up in the Philippines, did you think that performing would be a calling for you?
Okay, when I was growing up, I used to sing a lot. And people would give me money to sing and dance. So I was like, wow, you could make money singing and dancing. So I think it's ingrained in me, the performing part. And I always watch a movie and I would memorize the dialogues of the movie. So I was like, I think that was ingrained in me to be on stage.
So you were performing from a child.
Correct.
And how did that ingrained spirit, power, passion get you to Broadway? And of course, after Broadway's Riverside Theatre, come on.
Yes. But I never dreamt of being on Broadway. Never in my entire life, you know? Being a poor child in the Philippines, who would expect a poor boy coming to America and be on Broadway? It's beyond me.
I was happy enough to get to America.
Yep.
And was there an audition process?
Yes.
Did you live in New York at that time?
Okay, I auditioned for 6 years since the original casting for the West End London cast. In Philippines, I was still there. So I happened to audition for that cast, but then they didn't call me back because that was my first major audition of a major show. And I never knew, and I didn't have any experience. I don't know what to sing, so it's like, what to sing, what to do. So I didn't get a call back because no experience. I was just a singer in a band and, karaoke singer. So I never really had that theater experience.
Well, you do now. The perseverance definitely paid off.
That is it.
So imagine being in this incredible Broadway show. How did you make it down to Vero? How did Vero become your home?
That's a crazy story too. We never heard of Vero Beach before we moved here. And then a cousin of his was moving down here and we thought, okay, we'll move down. Then those 2 back-to-back hurricanes happened, and we were like, nope, we're out. And then, it just kind of fell into, we say it's a God thing. It just kind of happened. One thing led to another. A job opened up, our house sold, and everything fell into place, and we just ended up here. And we always say that we ended up here. We didn't plan to come here, but we felt like we lived here our whole life. Like, this is it. This is where we belong. And
you
then,
definitely belong here.
And then we got introduced to the theater, and we met a few people, that are involved in the theater.
Judy and
Bill Schneebeck, specifically. And they were very kind to us and very inviting and welcoming. And then, lo and behold, about a year or 2 later, Miss Saigon was on the docket to be shown here. And we thought, well, that's good.
Perfect.
That's perfect. And that same year, our son auditioned for South Pacific. And that was a great year for the Nalzaros in Vero Beach.
It was a great year.
It was.
What was your experience with this cast, our cast of South Pacific?
Oh, cast, the Miss Saigon here, that was amazing. It's intimate and, the first time meeting them, it was right away.
Well, you worked with Herman.
I worked with Herman Schbeck.
Yes.
So for the rest of the cast they were new to me because they're young. I was one of the oldest. I think I was the oldest. I know Herman is a year older than I am, but I was the oldest in the cast, playing a 17-year-old Tui.
How old were you?
I was 51.
Wow. That's good acting.
That's good acting.
Thank God it's so far away.
Good facials to keep him young.
Good facials.
Thank you, Lord.
That's great. Well,
Thank you.
that's amazing. How did it feel for you watching your husband on stage?
Well, I have seen him in this role for years and years and years, and every time it's exciting. And because Riverside is such a great theater, and we just love coming to the shows, it was great to be, once again on the stage, to have somebody, and then, I don't know, it's always great to watch him. I always feel like, inside of me, I'm like, wow, oh wait, I know him. I'm going home with him after the show.
Yay!
And he's doing the laundry later.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's funny. Well, right after Miss Saigon came South Pacific
Yes.
on the main stage
Oh, wow.
with your son, Micah, playing Jerome, who was Emile Debec's son.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did it feel to watch your son, your progeny, on stage?
Oh, that's so amazing. Like,
Yeah.
finally, one of our kids, we have 4 children, and they're all musical. And Micah was bound for the stage. He came out, since he was born, he was bound for the stage.
But we had Naomi first.
Oh, we did.
Naomi.
Yes, we did.
Naomi played Tam
I
in
was
the
there.
Saigon.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
in New
years
Jersey and New York she did. So we
And
did
Illinois.
have one on the stage, and
Yeah.
Illinois.
Yeah.
But Micah, we knew was, Micah's on that track. He's your mini me. They're actually, I don't know if you've seen him lately. They're the same height now,
haven't.
or he might be actually
Same.
taller now.
Wow.
Same build.
They're the same build. They wear each other's clothes.
Fabulous. Well, let me just say that Miss Saigon was a huge hit that season.
Yes.
But South Pacific was even bigger hit.
Yeah.
It
Really?
is the second most popular show in the theater's
Wow.
history. Second or third, excuse me, second or
Okay.
third. And so,
And was Miss Saigon?
and Miss Saigon is there, it's on the list.
Top 10.
It's
Top 10.
there. But it was a fabulous production.
I know.
And
It
to have
was.
your son be part of this great.
Yes.
It was a very good stepping stone for him in the community. He still gets recognized. Probably not so much as he's gotten older, but when he was a little bit younger, people were like, "Oh, I know you from the play," and
Lots of people came.
very
to
good
see
for his confidence, and that's why he kind of got steered in that direction. Is
Yeah.
now in college studying theater.
it. How fabulous in Miami! Go Miami!
Yay!
But Miss Cathi,
Yes,
you made your debut this past season.
totally
You
unexpected.
were Mama in Thoroughly Modern Millie. You were the
Yes.
surprise of the show.
Yeah.
How did it feel following in the footsteps of your
Well,
husband and son?
it was great to be finally recognized in this family. No, you know what? Theater for me, I'm the backstage or offstage or stage door person. So to be part of a production was exciting. I got a lot of encouragement from Edmund and Micah. They said, "Go for it, do it." I said, "Oh, I don't know. This is not that's not my thing really." But it was great that they asked me. That was wonderful to be a part of it, and it was fun. It was really fun to be backstage and the costumes and the wig and everything.
Well, we often say that the casts that are come together, some of them you've worked with before, some of them you haven't worked with before,
Yes.
become immediate family.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so hopefully it's a family that works together and loves each other
Yeah.
tremendously. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that was the experience your family experienced in those 3 productions.
Oh
Was,
yeah,
yeah.
we always enjoy. Well, every production that you have here, we get to see and watch, and sometimes we know some of the people in the cast, and so it's always fun to get together and meet new people, and theater people, the best people in the world.
Yeah.
Did you have to relearn Thui for Miss Saigon? Did you have to remember and sort of go over things again
Not
as a
really.
character?
Just it's somehow ingrained in me already that Tui since since I started joining Miss Saigon in 1995, and that role is just ingrained in my persona. You know, it's like I knew it from just like the back of my hand.
Our kids
you
know the show like the back of the, if you
I'm sure.
any
Yeah.
note that's misplayed, they said, "Oh, that was wrong. Oh, they messed up." They memorize it. They've seen it so many times. So.
And
Yeah.
were you familiar with Thoroughly Modern Millie?
I'd seen the movie like once, and I was thinking, "There's an Asian mom in this," and there really isn't.
There
There is,
isn't.
but there isn't. But it was like the brainchild, I guess, of Jimmy, you know, who directed it, and they wanted to just add that little surprise ending. And if you didn't see it, it's this.
Well, the show, the Broadway
Yes.
show, is different
Yes.
from the movie.
Right.
It changes
Yes.
a little bit, and I think it deepens some of the characters
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
where you have some of these songs and everything. And of course,
Yeah.
our surprise ending wouldn't be complete if it
Yes.
weren't for you.
It was a fun twist to the end, and it's great because we do have a lot of friends in the community that do come out to the theater, and I said, "We gotta stay to the end. You gotta stay to the
Don't
end.
blink, don't blink.
Don't blink at the end, and don't leave early.
Don't leave early. Don't leave
That's
early.
it. You'll miss my part."
I'm going to ask you to speak for Micah.
Okay,
in,
all right.
in regard of his experience for South Pacific.
Yes.
Did he know the show, number one? Did he know the music? How hard was it? I'm assuming it wasn't hard for him at all to learn the show.
No, not at all. I mean, I don't think he's ever
I don't think he knew
seen
the
or
show.
heard. He
Yeah.
was, how old was he, 12, 11?
Yes, yeah,
Something like that. He had
yeah.
never heard of South Pacific at that point. But he's a quick study. He learned that the French song, or I'm not going to sing it, but yes. Yeah, that one. And then I guess he does have a lot of tumbling skills, so they included that, and they had fun doing that. And at that age, he was small for his age, so he was like 12-year-old playing a like 5 or 6-year-old, and it just worked for him, and he enjoyed it every night. He was made for theater. He just loved coming to the theater and signing in on the board and the whole 9 yards.
Well,
He loved
it's
it.
obviously he was made from theater people.
Oh,
So we are so
Passion.
grateful to you and your family for sharing the talents that you have with us and our audiences. And I want to personally thank you for coming in and sharing some time and remembrances with us and with our audience, because they will remember what a fun time these shows were. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you everyone for watching this episode, and we hope to see you at the next one.
Bye.
Bye.